welcome to EduPom India. You're watching Expert Chemistry with Abhinav Kaur. Today in this lecture, we will talk about SN1 reaction. The best example of SN1 reaction is the conversion of tertiary butyl bromide into tertiary butyl alcohol. So let us try to understand how this conversion takes place. This is our tertiary butyl bromide. In this molecule, as we know that bromine is more electronegative than carbon. Bromine is more electronegative than carbon. So bromine will act as partly negative center, whereas carbon will act as partly positive center. The polarity of bond will be towards bromine. The dipole will be towards the bromine and the cloud of electron will be pulled towards bromine. So when any nucleophile, that means any species which is electron rich, what are nucleophile? Nucleophile are electron PHIL. Nucleophile are electron rich species. That is why they are nucleus loving. That means they are positive charge loving. So whenever a electrophile will approach this, nucleophile will approach, this nucleophile will have tendency to attack at partly positive carbon atom of the tertiary butyl bromide. Now, if this OH negative will try to attack from the front side, it will get repelled by the negative, partly negative charge on bromine. So here negative repulsion will take place. And if this OH will try to attack from the back side, then presence of these bulky group will hinder the attack. So attack from back side is not possible due to steric hindrance, and attack from front side is not possible as bromine will act as partly negative center, and this partly negative charge will repel the permanent negative charge on the nucleophile. Okay, so here negative repulsion will occur and here steric hindrance will occur. So in the first step of reaction, in the step 1 of reaction, heterolytic cleavage of CBr bond will take place, and as result of heterolytic cleavage, carbocation will be formed. So what we will get? We will get a carbocation as the product of, or we can say as the intermediate of first step. So here carbocation is formed. And other than carbocation, bromine will leave as Br negative and it will be called as leaving group. Okay, so this is the step 1 of reaction, and this step occurs slowly. This is a slow step where carbocation intermediate formation is taking place. Now in the second step of reaction, this carbocation will react with the nucleophile, and this step will occur fast because it involves a permanent negative charge and a permanent positive charge, and as a result we will get our product, which is tertiary butyl alcohol. OH is attached here. So this is our product, and the name of this product is tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay. So the conversion of tertiary butyl bromide into tertiary butyl alcohol is an example of SN1 reaction. Please see this reaction clearly, and then I will discuss the key points of this reaction. Okay, so let us discuss important points about SN1 reaction. First of all, SN1 stands for unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, and the meaning of unimolecular is that the rate of reaction only depend on one of the involved reactants. Okay, so the rate of reaction R is only dependent on the concentration of haloalkane. Okay, rate is dependent only on concentration of haloalkane. In this case, the rate of reaction is only dependent on the concentration of tertiary butyl bromide, and it is independent of the concentration of nucleophile. That means if the concentration of nucleophile is increased or decreased, rate of reaction will remain same. Whereas if the concentration of haloalkane will increase, then the rate of reaction will also increase. By means of graph, I can show this is rate of reaction and this is concentration of our haloalkane. So if if the concentration of haloalkane is increasing, then rate of reaction will also increase. The rate of reaction can be given as R is equal to K R x to the power 1, and thus it follow first order kinetics. Okay, now let's discuss some more points. The reaction occur in two steps. Next important point, formation of carbocation intermediate take place in first step. Leaving group is removed before addition of न्यूक्लियोफाइल. आपने देखा था कि पहले स्टेप में ही लीविंग ग्रुप निकल गया था और फिर दूसरे स्टेप में न्यूक्लियोफाइल ऐड हुआ था. The first step is slow and thus it is rate determining. As you may also know that any reaction which is completed in one step, reaction give product. Such reactions are called as elementary reactions, but reaction in which more than one step is involved, such reactions are called as complex reaction. So for the complex reactions, the rate of reaction is only dependent on the slow step, and the rate of reaction is independent of any other step. So in SN1 reaction, the first step is slow and thus the rate is dependent on that step. So it is called as rate determining step. Now in SN1 reaction, retention in configuration occurs. What is the meaning of retention in configuration? It means the nucleophile will be attached to same position from where the leaving group is removed. Okay, the nucleophile will be attached to same position from where the leaving group is removed. So in this case, the nucleophile was present at the right side. So sorry, the leaving group was present at the right side. So the nucleophile will also be attached to the right side. This is called as retention in configuration. And this retention is due to removal of leaving group before attack of न्यूक्लियोफाइल. ओके, SN1 रिएक्शन में लीविंग ग्रुप पहले निकल जाता है, अटैक ऑफ न्यूक्लियोफाइल बाद में होता है, और जब लीविंग ग्रुप निकल जाता है तो न्यूक्लियोफाइल के लिए जगह बन जाती है. इसीलिए यहां पर रिटेंशन इन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन हमें नजर आता है. नाउ the third degree haloalkanes are more prone to SN1 reaction than 2 degree, which are more prone than 1 degree. That means tertiary haloalkane undergo SN1 reaction faster. Why? Due to steric hindrance. अगर steric hindrance नहीं होती तो क्या होता, अटैक पीछे से हो जाता और वहां पर कार्बोकेटायन इंटरमीडिएट नहीं बनता. ओके, सो टर्शरी हेलोएल्केन्स आर मोर प्रोन टू SN1 reaction and primary haloalkanes are least prone to SN1 reaction. So these are the important points about SN1 reaction. Let me revise these points. SN1 reaction stands for unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. The meaning of unimolecular is that the rate of reaction is only dependent on one of the reactant and it is independent of other reactants. So in this case, the rate of reaction is only dependent on the concentration of haloalkane and it is independent of the concentration of nucleophile. This is the graph that shows if the concentration of haloalkane is increased, then the rate of reaction will also increase. The SN1 reaction occurs in two steps. First step results in formation of intermediate and removal of leaving group. The first step is slow step, so it is called as rate determining step. In SN1 reaction, retention in configuration take place as leaving group is removed before addition of nucleophile. Third degree haloalkanes, that means tertiary haloalkane, are more prone to SN1 reaction. I hope this reaction is clear to you and there is no confusion. Let me explain once again the concept of steric hindrance. So this is a carbon to which bromine is attached. This carbon is attached to a carbon chain, and a carbon chain. Now these carbon chains are bulky. Okay. So if attack of nucleophile is taking from the back side, अगर पीछे से attack होना चाहे तो because of the presence of these bulky groups, the attack is not possible. So due to steric hindrance, the attack is not possible from the back side. और अगर अटैक फ्रंट साइड से होना चाहे तो बिकॉज ब्रोमीन इज पार्टली नेगेटिव, सो negative repulsion takes place between the halogen atom present in haloalkane and between the attacking nucleophile. So attack from front side is also not possible. So first removal of leaving group will occur and formation of carbocation will take place. अब क्योंकि लीविंग ग्रुप निकल चुका है, बिकॉज लीविंग ग्रुप ऑलरेडी लेफ्ट, सो position for attacking nucleophile is vacant, and this attacking nucleophile will join the same position from where the leaving group was removed, and thus retention in configuration will be seen. Okay, so this is all about SN1 reaction. Please make sure that you watch the video of SN2 reaction and then you compare both SN1 and SN2 reactions for better understanding. Thank you.